Shalom and good day all, this is Healing29 back again for another DC review, and in this DC review I'll be covering issue 1075 and 1076 of Action Comics. I do want to point out that I will not be covering the backstories from each of these. So first things first, do these covers in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough, they do. I really like the cover on the left-hand side. It's probably my favorite out of the two, as this covers the second week of November, and the other one covers the third week of November. For that one, I give it an 8 out of 10, as I really like what they've done here with the cover. And of course, you've got a Superman here that also has like a young John Kent in hand, and I really quite like this addition. So how Mark Waid thought of that, or was it his artist idea to include that, I don't know, but it's probably one of the best covers that stand out that have come out on the Mark Waid run so far. And for the one on the right hand side, I give a 7.5 out of 10. I'll now get things ready to start going for the first one and then for the second one, as we start to have a look at the area of the internal art. As we look at through both of them in relation to the story around the beginning, middle, and of course the end. So as we start to have a look through the first one, of course, this is taking place on Krypton, and we learned this is many years ago. This has something to do in connection to what the villain within the Phantom Zone has done. It feels like he's sent Clark Kent Superman, if I were to say, probably into a memory of sorts, but not the actual events that are happening on Krypton. And this is how the story feels to me, because I've sort of seen similar in like some anime / manga ideas that have shown in some of their stories. Now it's being applied to here. That's not to say that it's not happened in DC or Marvel, but Marvel before, like for the idea of false memories, that could probably be counted as sort of like a form of memory, but it doesn't mean it's an accurate memory. So whilst moving a little bit further, we catch up with Connor Kent and Keenan Kong, which is really nice to see, and what they're doing above the earth in trying to prevent any unwanted invasions from any villains of sorts, whilst Superman is taking care of his own villains, to where the villain of the Phantom Zone has put him in. We move a little bit further within the story. We see what Clark Kent is doing, and along with some of the other things that are occurring. So whilst this is happening here, we have like the king of Ether, of the Ether, or Aetherophorus, who's sort of like playing as the big bad villain here. And last but not least, towards the end, to which we do seem to get a bit of a flashback of sorts as to what is happening on Earth with Lois and also Jimmy Olsen at the Daily Planet. So jumping to the next one, we return to Argo City, and we learn that at Argo City, we do have the character of Kara Zor-El. So basically, his cousin, we do get to see her here, and we learn that of some of the things that she's doing in this time period before she is even sent to Earth. We return to the events of what Connor Kent and also Keenan Kong are up to in space above Earth, and what's happening there. Returning back to Krypton and some of the things that are happening here. And last but not least, towards the end, to which we finally see Superman breaking out of whatever that particular dream or whatever or memory was, and he returns back to the Phantom Zone. So for the internal art, I give a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. First things first, did we get anything comic book reference-wise in relation to this story and these issues? No, we didn't. Next is the area of time, to which we have many years ago being addressed. The locations that make an appearance are Krypton. We also have like a space cluster of sorts. The Sign Zone, Argo City, and of course the Daily Planet. The cast of characters consisting of Jor-El, Lara Croft, Lara Al, so basically his wife, Roseanne. We have Clark Kent Superman, Keenan Kong, Connor Kent, Lois Lane, and Jimmy Olsen. For the overall story rating, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colorful and have yourself an awesome day.